we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Minneapolis, our Sunday celebration service. I'm Reverend Jeff. And our statement of truth is there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can consciously use it. And so much of what we talk about has to do with conscious living. And our mission here is to teach, demonstrate, and inspire a positive spiritual approach to living. And with that, we'll kick off with some music.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, we're on the right side. Hey. All right. You got an accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You've gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down. You've gotta have faith or pandemonium will be liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? I said you've gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In-Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark, what did they do when everything looked so dark? I said you've gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Beautiful, a good way to start off the day. And let's start with our group reading as we move into the rest of our session. I'm ready to deepen my conviction in the power and presence for good. I am ready to apply it in my daily life. I am ready to receive God's highest blessings. I am ready to be a transformative light in the world. Oh, I missed one.
I am ready to be a transformative light
In the world. Got to keep up. Okay. Well, I'd invite everybody to take a deep breath right now and center ourselves in the infinite presence that's always here and always now. Knowing there's only one life, one infinite intelligence, expressing through all creation, I recognize that this divine presence moves in, through, and as each of us. It is the source of all wisdom, the wellspring of understanding, and the very essence of possibility itself. As we gather today in sacred community, we open our hearts and minds to a greater realization of who and what we truly are, divine expressions of limitless potential. Just as King Solomon shared his wisdom in Proverbs, and as Mike Dooley reminds us, understanding is the key that unlocks our place in eternity. Excuse me. And so we embrace this understanding now, deepening into the truth that we are co-creators with the infinite, shaping our lives with our thoughts, our beliefs, and our ever-expanding awareness. Today, as we explore the boundless nature of endless possibilities and infinite possibilities, we call forth the power of our 6 mental faculties: perception, will, memory, intuition, imagination, and reason, to guide us to a greater knowing. We step beyond the seen into the unseen, beyond limitations into boundless expansion, fully awakened to the truth that our life is conspiring for our own good. I declare this sacred time to be one of illumination, inspiration, and transformation. Each heart is lifted, each mind is expanded, and each soul is aligned with the ever-unfolding brilliance of divine intelligence. With gratitude for this knowing, for this community, and for the infinite possibilities that lie ahead of us, I release these words into the law, knowing that it is already so, and so it is. And now, since Jim's here, we thought we would have her light our flames of faith.
Yay, go Jim,
Oh, kind of a standing joke around here. Okay, we know there are many paths to the one. We know there are many names to the one, and we recognize that there are so many of them out there and respect them. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. And we light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. And I ask you all to light the candle within for all forms of new faith, new thought. It burns brightly and very strong every day of your life, and so it is. And now, Kurt will give us an inspirational reading without his readers.
I've got it. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
The universe is a constant state of motion, and so are we. Everything in existence is designed to evolve, expand, and transform. When we embrace this natural flow of life, we align ourselves with its power and potential. However, it's easy to get stuck in old patterns, to cling to what's familiar, even when it's no longer serves us. But true transformation occurs when we step beyond limitations of our past and allow ourselves to grow. Growth is not just about doing more or achieving more. It's about expanding our consciousness, allowing ourselves to see, experience life from a broader perspective. The moment we release resistance and open ourselves to the unknown, we tap into an infinite source of creativity and possibility. The key is to trust the process and believe in the universe is guiding us toward greater visions of ourselves. If we're not growing, we're not living, we're simply existing. Embrace the flow of life and let it take you to places you've never imagined. Joe Dispenza.
Thank you very much. And for those of us living here in Minnesota, we're still searching for that kid that keeps turning the thermostat up and down and up and down. And with that, we'll have another song.
Sweet Spirit, shine your light on me. Guide me and show me the way. I place my trust in you, knowing you will never fail. You bless me with your presence every day. Sweet Spirit, fill me with your peace. Give me the strength to carry on. In this and every moment, give me the courage to follow the words, thy will be done. There may be times when I feel doubt, till I know that this is okay. I know your shining light will dispel the darkest of my fears, if I only remember to pray. Sweet Spirit, Shine your light on me. Guide me and show me the way. I place my trust in you, knowing you will never fail. If I only remember to pray. Lord, help me remember to pray.
Beautiful. And now for our Sunday talk, Reverend Debby.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, so this man was taking a walk along a cliff when suddenly he sort of slips and falls, and he grabs onto this branch, and he looks below him, and it's a ways down there. And he starts yelling, "Is anybody up there? Can somebody help me?" A voice comes up and says, "Yes, my child, I am here. Just let go and I will catch you." Man thinks about it, looks down again, and is like, "Is anybody else up there?" Right? Isn't that true? You know, we know the truth. We know that it's all going to work out fine. But while we're in the middle of it, it's hard to remember that, right? It's hard to remember this truth that it truly is about trusting. It's not about just knowing. We've got to take that knowing and understand that we have to put it into action, which is what I want to focus on today. We've been talking about how life is always unfolding and expanding and moving. That's how the universe works, right? It's always moving forward. It's always being greater than we could anticipate. It's about us moving with it and not resisting it that allows us to be, I'm going to say, more in the right area than in the wrong area. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, writes, "The law which we operate is the law through which we operate is infinite, but we appear to be finite. That is, we have not yet evolved to completely understand ourselves. We are unfolding from a limitless potential, but can bring into our experience only that which we can conceive. As our understanding unfolds, our possibilities of attainment will increase." It's about the fact that life wants us to be more abundant, more loving, more kind, more understanding, all of those things, but we have to be willing to let it flow. In Proverbs, it is written, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom with all thy getting and thy understanding." Don't you love that? Get wisdom. There's a Lammas Bible, which is an interpretation of the Bible from the original language it was written in. And it said in that same line, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom with all thy substance, get understanding." With all thy substance, get understanding. To me, that means to get understanding with your heart, with your body, with your soul, with your emotions, with your feelings, with your imagination. When you get to understand all of those things about you, that right there is a true game changer. Because when we get understanding with all of our substance, then all of the possibilities, all of those align in our attainment. So, there we go. We've been talking a lot about Genevieve Bernard, who studied under Troward. And in her book, The Invisible Power, she writes, "My mind is the center of divine operation. The divine operation is always expansion and further expression. And this means the production of something beyond what has gone before, something entirely new, not included in past experiences, though proceeding out of it by an orderly sequence of growth. Therefore, since the divine cannot change its inherent nature, it must operate in the same manner through me. Consequently, in my own special world, of which I am the center of, it will move forward to produce new conditions, always advance of anything that has gone before." Don't you love that? It's all about the fact of claiming. She's stating and claiming her good, knowing that as she does so, the law moves. And we've all in this room, I think at one time or another, have done that, right? It's like, and usually it's when we're down on our knees saying, okay, I'm done. I'm going to let someone else take over. So Spirit, go for it, because I can't do it alone. But what if we didn't have to get down on our knees first? What if we just always lived from that place of allowing? I want to take this quote and I want to break it down piece by piece. So here's the first piece. My mind is the center of divine operation. We're not separate from it. We're an expression of it. It is experiencing its life as we experience our life. It's not out there somewhere. We don't need to beg for it. We just need to acknowledge it. We need to be willing to understand it is in the middle of my world. It's in the middle of all worlds. I love Reverend Joanne last week did the teaching symbol, and it starts with a circle. It's an ancient description of God where there is no beginning and there is no end. And there is no place, no one, no thing that is not part of it. So when you know that, then you are the center point of divine creation and operation in your life. Nobody else. Can we say that together? My mind is the center of divine operation.
My mind is the center of divine operation.
This morning, I invite all of us to awaken to that truth. Not just to hear it, not just to say it, but to feel it. To allow it to unfold in our world, right? It's about that. At the center of our being, we know who we are and we know what we want. We know it. But we need to be able to hear it. We need to be able to listen to it. We need to seek inside to understand it. I love this statement from Taoism. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are. You know what you want. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, it is written, I came from light. I put on coat of skin, and I shall return to the light. It is that light within that is always right there, burning bright, burning with a desire to express more, to expand more. We come from the light, and we all come from that same light. This is just a skin that's allowing us to feel all of those things. With all thy getting, with all thy substance, get understanding. Understanding of that light within us. There's power in that. The next statement, the divine operation is always for expansion, fuller expansion. This means the production of something beyond what has gone before, something entirely new. Albert Einstein said you can't solve a problem from the same level of thinking that created it. You have to rise above it, right? The universe is never stagnant. The universe is always expanding, always. It is always moving forward, it is always evolving, and it is never looking back. And our lives are designed to do the same thing. Not to look back, not to let the past define us in any way. When we let the past define our present, that's a choice. It's a choice we all make. And it's about moving away from those choices and making the new choice. The new choice to know that right here, right now, it's a new day. In closing, she writes, "In my own special world, of which I am the center, it will move forward to produce new conditions, always in advance of any that have gone before." Life is always moving forward. We just need to keep up with it, right? Milton Hershey, he failed so many times. He had a vision of taking chocolate to a whole new level. He kept failing and failing until one day he didn't. He just didn't. It worked, and it kept working. He embraced an idea of something new that he wanted to create, and he just stayed with that idea. And I, for one, am glad he did. Yeah. So, life is always expanding, life is always creating. Are you ready to live from that truth that you are always expanding, and not just the waistline, but you're always expanding and you're always creating. You're always coming from that place of new. But how do we do it? I have 3 ideas for you this morning. First, let's release old patterns and stories. Ernest Holmes said, "Our past is not our master unless we allow it to be." Too often we hold on to those old stories, don't we? We hold on to those old stories, letting them define what's possible, right? If only. I've never been good at this. This is just the way it is. My sister loves that line. This is just the way it is. Okay. I've never been good at that. Who has not said that? Yeah. I've never been good at that. Well, the past does not define us. And maybe I've never been good at that before, but that doesn't mean I can't be good at it now. You know, a snake sheds its skin, and if it doesn't shed that skin, it'll suffocate itself. Sometimes, if we're not willing to shake it up, we could be suffocating our own divine expression. Our humanness requires us to release old stuff. Our humanness requires us to accept change, because change is the only thing we know is going to always happen. But how often do we not want to accept change? Right? I mean, why does it have to change? Or the opposite is, can it please change faster because I don't like where I'm at, right? So let's just embrace it. Let's just know it's always going to happen. This week, I invite you to start by letting go of the past. For an example, write this one down in your journal when you get home, whatever it is. My example is, I've never been good at relationships. Now I tell you. This is an example. Not a personal one, but, and then turn it into an affirmation. I love relationships. I'm so good at them. And scratch the old one out, right? Just literally erase it. Because that old stuff doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve the new us, the expanded us. The part of us that's willing to let go of fear and move beyond it and just do it. Bamboo. Everybody uses the story of bamboo, but I've seen it. And when I was living in Carlsbad, California, my neighbor planted some bamboo. And you guys, it was like just little bitty shoots. It was 2, maybe 3 inches. And nothing happened for years. And then it was like magic. It then became like a foot. And by the time that summer ended, yes, they have summers. By the time that ended, that bamboo was over my head. And it never stopped growing. But it took that bamboo years to develop the root system, to do what it needed to do to have the base, the strong base, to just grow. To just grow. And that's what we're about, growing. That's why we gather here. We want to grow spiritually. We want to grow in as many ways as possible. So let's cultivate an expectancy for that growth instead of a fear. What if we took Ralph Waldo Emerson's advice? Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead to where there is no path and leave your own trail. Because when we're going to grow, we need to move beyond expectancy. We need to move to that place of, I'm ready. I'm ready to let go of my fear and just move it. Just move. Because that's how life works. We don't immediately see the results, but if we are willing to move beyond our fear and turn that fear into an expectation, to be excited instead of fearful, just excited and expectant of our good. To be willing to be willing. I love getting up in the morning and just saying, thank you, Spirit, for this day, right? Starting our day with Spirit, ending our day with thanksgiving and gratitude. I love it. And however we do it, in our own small little ways, it creates a habit. And then we are willing to put in more habits that move us. And then it's about taking inspired action that aligns with the divine. Because if we're not taking action, nothing's going to happen. At least nothing really good and fun and exciting. Michael Beckwith teaches, life is not happening to you, life is happening through you and as you. Think of how powerful we are if that is our truth. Life is happening through us, as us. I just love the power of that statement. It's kind of like, I think about life sometimes like as GPS. The universe is like a GPS system, right? It doesn't give you the whole trail, the whole path, but it gives you one turn, and then another turn. And then, when you get to where you're going, right? It acknowledges that you have arrived. And that's how good happens, I think, one turn at a time. It doesn't happen by knowing the whole path. The excitement is about not knowing the whole path. How boring would it be if we knew the beginning, the middle, and the end? Right? It'd be like watching the same movie over and over. I watch a movie once, I'm pretty much done. What about you guys? Yeah, well, we all have favorites, but once is enough. Let's just keep moving. New movie. When we're growing is when we're moving. When we're being still and stalled, we're not growing. Understanding is not just about knowing. It's about living from that place of truth and trust. It's about letting go of that small, weak branch, knowing that you're going to get caught by something wonderful, by something expansive. That right there, if we could just live each day from that place of trusting that in this, whatever this is, there's something good happening beneath what we see. There's something good happening in the unseen. If we could trust that, how much more would we do? Knowing our divinity and living from our divinity are two very different things. So I think we gather here to help each other live from that place, to remind each other how wonderfully powerful we are. So your assignment this week is to identify at least one limiting belief and let it go. Change that limiting belief into a powerful affirmation that's life-affirming. In the morning, the question, what is life seeking to express through me today? And that life is with a capital L. What does the universe want me to celebrate today? And then just take just one inspired action that aligns with your growth. It doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a baby step. But if you took one step, no matter how small, every day, even if it's the same step, think how life could change. Life isn't waiting for us. Life is moving. And it's moving at record speed. So, together, let's put our tennies on and get moving with it. Namaste.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love. To the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to to the present moment here, to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause hereby I go deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. 'Cause hereby I go closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Hereby I go deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Hereby I go closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
It's always nice to have Victoria and Carl here. Thank you. Give them another round of applause. Now is the time in our service for conscious giving. We appreciate all you do to support this center, and we encourage you to continue to do so. And if you want to make it even easier, go online and do it as a recurring donation. Then you don't have to worry about it, whether you're here or not. So I'm going to pass the baskets. We are very, very grateful for these gifts. And for those of you online, it's a quick click on our website, or you can text there. 651-213-9300, and you can also donate that way, so we appreciate it very much. And now we have some announcements. We have a book study still going on. We only had the first session, which was actually pretty fun, because Dennis Merritt Jones actually joined us for about a half an hour that day and participated. It was great interaction back and forth, so a great group, but we are still open if you would like to sign up for it. It's right on the front of our website. Would have been in our revamped newsletter, which just came out this week, called The Spirit Connection. So we are excited to do things a little bit differently that way. The book is The Art of Abundance, 10 rules for prosperous living.
1 and 2 is
Yep.
Wednesday.
Chapters 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yep, 2 and 3, we will cover two of the first 2 rules and move on from there. So you are very welcome to still sign up and join us. It's been a great group. Another little reminder that in May we have Selena Maitreya coming to do an in-depth workshop. She wrote a book called Raise Your Frequency, Transform Your Life, and it truly will be a transformative day. So it's not a just sit back and have coffee thing. It's a dig in and learn a lot of things. But the night before, on the 16th, she will be doing a free session here to go over some different things, kind of tell her story and what's there. You could still sign up then, but we're only limited to 20 people. We're going to expand it outside of just our center too. So you might want to take a look at that. We have on our website introduction from her, and then Debby has done 3 interviews with her. So if you'd like to know more about it, when you have time, click on there, go take a listen to them, and see the interaction back and forth. It was very, very nice that way. Oh, yes. You know the guy that said, I've been clean for a year, and then my pusher showed up? We have Girl Scout cookies today. So please feel free to partake in that. And I believe that, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. And there was something about him doing snakes in Ireland, but I really think it was just an excuse for them to drink Guinness and Jameson. So however you want to celebrate it, you can do that. Okay, let's just take a minute here. I will pray us out. Joanne will bless us out. And then we will have another song by Victoria and Carl. So as we leave this sacred gathering, we do so with hearts open and minds expanded, knowing that as we walk in the light of infinite possibilities, the wisdom of Solomon and the insights of the modern thought remind us that understanding is the key to the eternal nature. And today we claim that understanding as our own. We step forward with clarity, faith, joy, trusting that the universe is conspiring for our highest good. Guided by divine intelligence, we live boldly, we live deeply, create freely, knowing that all things are possible. And so with gratitude and grace, we shall go forth, shining our light and embracing the infinite, and so it is. And before we have Joanne's blessing, since tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, we'll give you an Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sunshine be warm on your face, and the rains fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Joanne?
May you be at peace. May you know the beauty of your own true nature. May your heart be open. May you be healed. May you be blessed. Namaste.
Namaste.
This is kind of a. Is this? Can you hear me?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, hi. Oh, cool. I was just going to say this is kind of a dancey one. So if you want to stand up a little bit, or if you want to bob around in your seat, totally up to you. But I invite you to stand up. Keep the energy up. Why not? Where we hear the wise things folks say. We create our own way. There are wonderful things happening every day. On this journey we all play, crafting lives with thoughts we sway. There are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day, every day, every day. There are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day, every day, every day. There are wonderful things happening every day. If you wish to rise and shine, let your thoughts be pure and fine. There are wonderful things happening every day. With our minds we design a life that's truly divine. There are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day, every day, every day. There are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day, every day, every day. There are wonderful things happening every day. Take it. When abundance feels afar, just remember who you are. There are wonderful things happening every day. Our truth is wealth in plain sight. Within us lies the light. There are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day. Every day, every day, there are wonderful things happening every day. Oh, every day, every day, every day, every day, there are wonderful things happening every day.